I think some people are not naturally emotionally independent. I think they become emotionally independent because depending on people has hurt them too many times. So now they say, I am fine, I'll do it myself, I don't need anyone. Not always because they are strong, but because vulnerability started feeling unsafe. And honestly, I think a lot of emotionally strong people are secretly just emotionally tired. Hi, you guys, welcome back to Makeup as Therapy. This is our little space where we talk about emotions, relationships, healing, self worth, all of this while getting ready together. And today's conversation is going to be a lot more relatable because I think emotional independence is often misunderstood. You know, healthy independence is actually beautiful, where you enjoy your own company, you are emotionally grounded, you are not dependent on very little things on other people. That part is healthy. But sometimes emotional independence is not actually peace. Sometimes it's emotional self protection. Some people stop asking for help because they were disappointed too many times. Some people stop relying on others because they learned that it is safer to depend on themselves and handle everything on their own. Some people stopped expressing their needs because they were labeled too much, too many times. And honestly, that kind of a survival mode gets praised a lot. People say, wow, you are so strong, but they often forget how exhausting it is to carry yourself emotionally all alone. And you know what this thing reminds me of is when I used to think that, I can work with my makeup without a primer, a fixer, all of those things. And I'm not saying that it did not work. I did make my makeup work then also. But the skin underneath felt tired. And emotionally, some people always live like that. Always managing, always functioning, always handling everything all by themselves. But never feeling emotionally supported. I think the saddest part of all of this is, when people become so self sufficient that they almost forget how to ask for help or feel supported. Compliments feel uncomfortable, help starts feeling uncomfortable, depending on someone starts feeling uncomfortable. Because deep down there is fear. Fear that people might leave, people might disappoint, people might label me, all of that. Or maybe even the fear attached where you might regret opening up with someone. So these people become hyper independent. And honestly, on the outside, this image looks like confidence. But internally, it can be loneliness disguised as strength. I think emotionally independent people often hear this, that you're too mature, you handle everything so well, you don't need anyone. But very few people will ask them, are you also tired? Because after a point, constantly being emotionally self reliant somewhere becomes too heavy. Not because independence is anyway bad, but because at the end of the day, and as I always say in all of my videos, we are emotional beings. We still need softness, connection, emotional stability, and support. And you know what? There's nothing weak about that. And healing for emotionally hyper independent people is very strange. To start believing that um, not everyone will leave, not everyone will judge, not everyone will start labeling them as difficult, showing a need in front of someone or relying on someone will automatically not make them what they have perceived themselves to be. And honestly, that can start feeling terrifying because when survival mode becomes your personality, softness somewhere starts feeling unsafe. And maybe in these situations, the real strength is to allow oneself to be human too. So, if you have been constantly telling yourself that I don't need anyone, then take a pause and ask yourself, is that peace or just protection? And honestly, you deserve relationships where depending on someone doesn't just start feeling dangerous. So, if you felt understood or you related with this video, then leave it down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you enjoy these deeper, emotional conversations mixed with makeup, then please subscribe to my channel because we are building a small little community over here. Okay, guys, take care. I will meet you in my next video.
Static hum invades my veins marrow. Lights flicker, shadows stretch narrow. Hands move distorted in the blurred pain. Echoes of silence driving me insane. Buzz of machines screaming the truth. Colors bleed out in slow motion loops. Chasing the sparks in a world gone gray. Wires tangle, whispers of discernment.